Hi everyone, we're at StarLadder Finals, and here with me sitting KellyMilkies, team manager of Team Alliance. Say hello.
Привет.
First of all, I want to ask you, how is your feeling to being in Kyiv? Do you like StarLadder, and what does it mean for you and for your team?
We really, as a team, we like to come to StarLadder because it's always at the same venue, so you feel very safe to come here. You know where to go, you know the food. StarLadder staff, the people who work in StarLadder are very nice. We also love the stage because it's a big thing for us that the stage is very stable. It's not moving like other tournaments, so we feel very at home every time we come back to StarLadder. I don't think we have ever missed a single StarLadder.
You said about food, and I remember that you going only to Mr. Cat. Did you place any other place for food?
Well, okay, Mr. Cat is like the closest, right? And you know the boys, they love to eat burger and pizza. But my favorite place in Kyiv is Kasta.
Kasta, what is this?
Kasta is like, there is Asian food, but there is like some other Ukrainian food. I think people who live in Kyiv will know it because it's in Maidan as well. So, yeah.
Okay, let's talk about games and team. After the international results, it was not very good results for team, and you decided to say goodbye to S4 and EGM, and how difficult this decision gives to you, and what you can say, what's the main reason of it?
It was definitely very difficult because fans know that we have a bad year the whole year, and we could have swapped players earlier. For us in Alliance and for Loda as a captain, it is never about losing. It's okay to lose games, it's more about attitude, like how you view your losses and how you react after you lose. So the two members that we removed, we had some problems with them for quite some time. It's small problems, but we couldn't fix it. Like, it's very common. S4 is a bit stubborn, and we had a little bit of problem with that. But he's still a very good player and a very good captain. With EGM, it was more like he didn't suit our team anymore. That was what it was. Yeah. And yes, I was very sad. I couldn't get out of bed for 3 weeks.
It was your sons, like you always said, my son,
yes.
It's my favorite, my love.
Yes, EGM is my favorite son. Like every time I see him at LAN, I always hug him a lot, even now, and like it's very sad for me. I wish things never change because it's always good to stay at the same team, and yeah, I couldn't get out of bed for 3 weeks. It was very hard.
Sure. Things never the same. Now something should make
for sure
a change.
Yeah.
Okay, let's continue. Or how to say? Okay, you finding new players. It's Misery and JC. Who pretend to be in Alliance, and how did you these decisions to join these players?
So we were looking for a support that talked more and had more initiative because, okay, the problem we had with EGM is he's very quiet. He doesn't talk very much, and that is him, and that is okay. But it happens so that Ake is also very quiet, as you guys know. So it was very hard for Loda to play with two supports that was very quiet and didn't talk so much. So we decided to look for a support player that talks a lot and is more aggressive in his playstyle, and that was Misery. And Misery has always been a good player. Loda and Ake has played with them before in Dota 1. So I think he was a good addition to our team to balance out our support roles. One more thing about Chessy was that we were looking to groom a new player. As always, I hope that fans appreciate that we are one of the teams where we are actually at the top, but we always look for new players because we want to bring new players to the scene. We want to give them a chance. We want to set an example for other teams that you don't have to always pick up old pro players because they are new players, younger players who really want to play pro, and you can groom them into what you want. So we're looking for, let's say, a space maker for mid because as you guys know, Bulldog and Loda are quite farm intensive, and Chessy coming from Horn, just like S4, he has a lot of experience in that, and he's a very great guy.
And why Chasey didn't come here?
Yeah, so we had to use 2 stand-ins in the last 2 weeks, as you know, and his back is injured. It's very bad. It's like gamer thing, you know, you go gym, you go workout, and then you play game and you get an injury. So we are waiting for him to come back. Unfortunately, at the moment, we are not sure if he can, because it doesn't seem like he is getting better, but we are waiting for him and we're helping out with his medical bills to try to, you know, we believe in him to get better.
Hope you will find.
Yeah.
Hope you will find.
Yeah.
What can you say about the opponents of this tournament? Or who's the strongest opponent for you?
Well, honestly, we thought that we would come and play some Chinese teams, so we did a lot of preparation for that, and then in the end they didn't come. I think our hardest opponent would probably have been Tinker or Cloud9.
Cloud9?
Yeah.
But they have a
stand-in. Yeah, unfortunately they had a stand-in, so, and they didn't have time to practice with the stand-in, where we had like, let's say, a week to practice with 8 mothers, so it went better for us. Our hardest opponent is definitely and was Tinker, which is why I think you guys could see we were extremely happy above winning any team, because we have been having problems playing versus Team Tinker playstyle, and we've been getting owned by them online. So it felt really good for my team to win Team Tinker, so that they don't think like, oh, we can't beat them, for sure. Yeah.
For the team at the tournament games, I could say it's not very easily. What's the main reason? It is because you have a stand-in or some else reasons?
Alright, so one of the main reasons is that it's a new patch, right? And we need to find, like we as a team, with or without stand-in, needed to find a playstyle, but we had to change 3 mid players for 3 events within like a month. That is going to be very hard for any team, especially now, so that this patch, or rather Dota 2 in general, your mid player is one of the most important players in the game. He can like make or break your early and mid game. So that was like our problem. We don't have like a fixed play style that we had feel comfortable on. At first we were playing 4 Protect 1 and it was very good, and then we realized that we couldn't do it with other players, and we had to like change a lot, so the players are a bit like tired and, you know, a bit burnt out from like having to practice a lot of different ways to play. That is like one of the main reasons.
Okay, I wish you on the victories, and do you have any shout-outs to your fans?
So I want to shout out to our sponsors for sure. And also the most important thing is, I know that it has been very hard to be an Alliance fan this year, and I promise you that we will be much, much better in the few weeks to come. Thanks, guys. And thanks, Yana, for giving me an interview.
Thanks.